Do you know what today is? It's the end of Frugal February. The end of Frugal February.
Okay, alright. So, from now on, you gotta warn me, like, Terrell, I'm gonna sing. Are you okay with that? Because I would say no.
Stop, you know I got vocals. Hey guys, welcome back to Say Hello to Me. We did it! We finished Frugal February.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're here. How you feel? How did you feel? Tell us about your month.
I'm gonna tell you about my now. How about that? Right now, right after this video, Chick-fil-A, and all the sauce. Polynesian.
But I made faux Chick-fil-A during...
And your faux Chick-fil-A was bomb. But here's what it had. When I was eating it, it's like, man, when I get out, I'm gonna go to real Chick-fil-A.
Not when I get out.
Locked down in Frugal February.
No, for real, it was low-key.
Work, house.
Facts. But it was dope.
And our gym is in the house, so it was like...
No, true.
House.
We were like house arrest. But I don't know. I think that my favorite part of Frugal February was like how creative it always makes me. Like how Terrell said, like I made faux Chick-fil-A, like I made some different recipes, like.
I would definitely agree with that. So during this, I mean, it's a fast. So you learn a lot about yourself. When you do it with someone, like in a group, you learn a lot about those people too. And for you, I had no idea how creative you were. I mean, what I realized is that she's been holding back this entire time.
Oh Lord.
Before it was like very general meals, you know, like the well-balanced stuff. It was good, but now it's like, oh, we have ramen. Ramen? So, like I said, actually it's definitely some pluses, but on a more serious note, a great thing about Frugal February for me was like seeing how far like just being disciplined would go. I definitely think like I feel more empowered and knowing like, you know, if I need to, I can not spend that. So I don't really need to spend that. And when I don't spend that, here's what I can do with that money.
Because it's so much easier to just like for me, I work from home on Wednesdays. So those days, like typically I would just order food or I would like go grab something really quick. Like that's so much easier than like actually having to cook something or actually trying to have to be creative or like run to the grocery store and like make sure I have groceries and like when I'm there that I have the complete breakdown of everything that I may want to eat for the next 2 weeks. Because that's another thing that we had to stop doing that we do quite often is like one-off grocery store trips. If it's like, oh, I really want this, like let's just run to the store and grab it. Like even that gets pricey, so.
Those quick stop grocery trips are the worst.
Yeah.
Because you can spend so much if you just think about it in the context of one meal and you say, oh, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get dessert. Because I mean, when we go. And it's the same thing as going out.
Facts. So the biggest lesson here is discipline and recognizing that like these are wants, not needs. So there's no need for us to do that. Also, in the idea of like how to use the money that you're saving,
you start to look at like your financial goals and like where you want to be. So it's like, okay, I have this debt here, where there's credit card debt or whatever kind of debt it is. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and create a plan to attack this debt, not just like sit there and pay it passively. But when you proactively attack it, you can really create a dent. You know, this month, I know for me personally, I paid off 2 credit cards. I have no credit card debt.
Okay, wait, hold on. Don't just dance over that.
I mean, I ain't the only one though. Go ahead.
I paid off a credit card, guys. My credit score went up 3 points.
Yeah, my credit score is going up. I'm about to use all. I mean, yeah, your credit score.
Whatever. I was able to tithe proactively, and by that I mean like I usually tithe every month regardless, but I was able to put more into my tithes.
And real quick, when you say you put more into your tithes, can you explain like why you would do that?
Yeah, so we went to Sunday school on Sunday, and actually I wasn't doing this because of that. It just like happened simultaneously, so it was really cool. You know what, it's cool when you go to church and you see like the things that they talk about like actually apply to your life, and you're like, oh my gosh, look how God works. So we were in Sunday school, and the teacher was mentioning about how this guy was tithing for the blessing that he wanted to receive. So he wanted to overly tithe because he expected a major blessing. So I actually have seen that in myself by doing like higher amount of tithing and like making sure that I'm maintaining that I'm tithing the gross amount. I actually received a raise at work. I received a bonus. Like, just so many amazing things could come
all these corrections. We received a raise, we received the bonus, we're getting it all these blessings, we get to share those. That's what's important about this, guys. I'm proud of you, man. Proud of us.
I hate you. So anyways, yeah, so I definitely have seen the reaps of, I'm able to reap the benefits of Frugal February, and recognizing that like this money that I saved this month, like imagine if I did this all year. Like obviously not to this extreme, like to the point of like we literally have not been out places. Like I went to one event, I had friends in town from LA, so I went and met them at brunch. Didn't eat, didn't drink, like I was afraid to drink water because this place was a little,
would you like that bottled?
Right? And I was like, no. Where's the tap? The free? Is the straw free? Because y'all know we in
no
California.
Ice. We don't trust that. No ice.
Anyways, I just, yeah, so that's the only thing that I did this entire month. Like we did a lot of things at the house. Like we made like our own fun, and like obviously we got to lock it down in the gym because we had nothing but time. But yeah, so I don't think we'll be that intense, but we definitely are gonna focus more on like maintaining our budget, especially for at the grocery store, and making sure that we get groceries that can last, and not just like willy-nilly being like, oh, I'm too lazy to cook. Like we need to definitely focus on that.
And one quick thing, I'm gonna say my piece on tithing. 10% gross is the amount. It's a lot. I mean, if you're not used to doing it, for me, it felt like
if you make more than $100,
okay,
it's a lot.
Yeah, but it can seem overwhelming, and if you aren't ready to do that, personally, I was not. I started with a very small amount that I was comfortable with. It's like, you know what, I can do this, and just over time, kept building and adding to what I was tithing. And it's crazy because people talk about the blessings you get with that, and we understand you're blessed regardless, and you'll always get blessings. But I definitely saw a difference as I tithed, and even with the lower amounts. And then I would start to increase it, and it seemed like with every time that I would increase my tithings, the blessings would increase. And it's just
testimony.
Yeah, you know, I had to speak on that real quick. But also, don't be like pressed on like doing it only in February or doing this fast to say you missed it during this time. You like started now. It's all based on this book, The 21-Day Financial Fast by Michelle Singletary. It's really a great read. It goes day by day, kind of like a devotional, like a daily devotional, and it has a lot of scripture in it, which helps you, at least it helped me really follow through and to understand why I'm doing this fast and what is in it for me. It really just helps you become a better steward of your finances, your money, and it empowers you. So I would highly recommend the read.
I think that the dope part about this is like I've done this fast for a few years, and this was Terrell's first time. So like when you've done it for a while, you kind of just get accustomed to it, but like he was so into it, and it was super dope because he was like constantly like, okay, if I do this and I do that, if I transfer this and like I do that, and I was like, okay, like you need to chill because you're like really in hyper finance mode. But it was really awesome to see him like find his way in his finances.
She was you get to learn stuff about people. She was not having it at first. Like, okay, I've already done this fast, and I have my way of doing things. I've never done it with someone, and
I haven't.
I'm not used to that. It's like, well, I need to know this information so I can do the fast right. Because I mean, once you commit and you start seeing like the possibilities, you really get into it. At least I did. I've paid off, debt in the past, but it's like, okay, I got this chunk of money that I've saved up, I'm gonna just pay it off, and then, well, what's next, or where do we go from here? And a lot of times people will end up in more debt than what they paid off, just because they don't know how to like, just maintain their finances on the day to day. And so for this time, like I did it, and I really set up a plan to where, okay, I paid off this debt, and then I have other debt I want to attack. At the same time, I'm saving money, I'm putting money towards different things. It's great. I really enjoyed it, and Frugal February, we can do a meager March. I don't know what's for April, but
got it, April. Like, we got y'all. So if you guys have done the fast, comment below, let us know. Let us know how you felt about it. Like, this was exciting. When I tell you, because seeing zero when you go to your bank account, scratch that, not your bank account. Hopefully
Yeah, I was like, hold on, we don't do that in here.
Some commas and zeros in your bank account. I'm saying when you go to your credit card app and you see 0, like that's an amazing feeling. So I'm really proud of Terrell. I'm proud of the work that he put in this month, and I hope that we can continue to do this. And I feel like it takes 21 days to make a habit, so this is basically like us starting on our habit.
And so, you know, the good thing is he weren't alone. So we have friends to do the fast with us.
I thought you were gonna say, like, me and you are not. Okay. So
what I deal with, guys.
we did have friends join us. One of our friends sent his testimony in, and he said, in total, I saved $1,100.
Round of applause.
Hey, let me hear that. Okay. And he said, I know that I will be cooking much more now, and he can cook, y'all, so.
Yeah, we've been really trying to get him on this. Like, I've been telling you, bro, like, cook. Just call me up. I'll be.
He also said only eating out once a week from here on out if it happens at all. Also, I learned how to realistically stick to my budget. So I think that the message for everyone is like, this fast really helps you focus in on like, okay, this is the kind of budget that I can realistically live on. Like, hence the first video when I talked about setting realistic expectations. If you set a realistic expectation and you can stick to it, you realize how easy it is, and you're like, oh, I can do this every month. Like,
oh, and actually a tidbit that I did, I think is a good idea. You guys can take it, you know, take it or leave it. But I created little expense sheets in my notes for my phone, and I would put out the amount that I allotted for a certain category in my budget, and I would put out the amount that I actually spent. So I made sure it was realistic. In a lot of categories, I had some leftover. And all that leftover, instead of just like letting it do nothing, I portioned it so I could put it directly into my savings or towards whatever debt I would like. So, I mean, there's a lot of options. Just play around with it.
yeah. So, oh, I forgot.
And wait, there's more.
So, I have been saving this for us to celebrate. Champagne.
To be real, I haven't even had this before. It's so nice. And I roll with a plane.
You're so dumb. So guys, we're celebrating. This is a celebration that we finished Frugal February. Time to open this. Let's see. Oh!
See, I got nervous. I don't know if y'all were, but I was.
Pour it up, pour it up. Watch it all fall out.
I'm serious, I'm about to pour right now.
And now that Frugal February is over, y'all, I'm gonna buy some champagne flutes because we ain't got none.
Hey, well, I'm going to meager March, so I'm good with this right here.
Well, cheers to us finishing Frugal February, and cheers to you guys. We did it. Oh, wow.
The taste of success.
Seriously. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. And the most important thing, make sure you subscribe. Yes, subscribe. So, we will be back with more videos, but until then,
Keep saving those chips, and here's to you guys.
cheers.
And I will be remiss if I did not give my shout outs to the house. We got Oscars, we got Grammys, Kennard Garrett, also A-Row. Spike Lee, man, these brothers are doing amazing things right now. Hold it down. Go home!
Don't forget Spellman.
Where would we be without? Where would I be without you? Oh, let me not shout out Ja Rule, dang. No Fire Festival.